The full WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 card has been revealed, plus a violent TNA gimmick match is returning for WrestleMania week, and Chris Jericho is taking an indefinite AEW hiatus. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Sorry, I can't stop smiling reading that last headline. WrestleMania next weekend, sir. We've got a whole bunch of stuff on the docket for next week, including a brand new documentary that drops on Sunday, premieres at 6 p.m. Fraser Porter sharing some incredible stories around WrestleMania with some very special guests.
Very special guests indeed. I'm very, very excited for it.
You're going to see it at 6 p.m. BST on this very YouTube channel. But let's get to the matter in hand, that is the cards of WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 as revealed courtesy of The Observer. What's Night 1 looking like? So obviously we know some of the matches already, but this is sort of, we don't quite know where a lot of them are going to fall. We now do.
We now do indeed. So Night 1 is going to be the World Tag Team title match between the War Raiders and the New Day. We've got Jade Cargill versus Naomi on there as well. We've got the US title match, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. We've got the Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. We've got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. You've got your world title match, obviously, Jey Uso versus Gunther. And we've got the triple threat, the Rollins versus Reigns versus Punk match as well.
Paul Heyman on a pole for that one. Night 2 looks like this. The Women's World title match, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. The Intercontinental title fatal four-way with Bron Breakker defending against Penta, Finn Balor and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. As announced by Nick Aldis yesterday on socials, Drew McIntyre cleared to compete. He will face Damian Priest on Night 2. And Randy Orton has an opponent to be announced, and that match will take place on Night 2 as well. AJ Styles takes on Logan Paul. The women's tag team titles on the line with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending against the winners of a women's tag team gauntlet match. And of course, the WWE title match takes center stage. Cody Rhodes and John Cena in the main event of Night 2.
Hoo-wee!
That's how it all shapes up and shakes out. I think we're still yet to determine where. Obviously, we know what nights these matches are going to fall on, but obviously cars like my underpants are subject to change. But it's just where in that lineup they do fall.
Yes.
How do you feel about on Night 1, them kicking off with Uso versus Gunther?
I think it'd be pretty massive if they did that, especially if there's a big old title change, because we said this, did we say this yesterday? It's going to be weird because obviously I feel like you're going to have some fans on one side that are going to be sad that Jey Uso wins, and then there's going to be fans on the other side that are going to be sad if Gunther also loses the championship. But in the arena, Jey Uso winning, all them fans going absolutely radio rental. Quite a nice way to kick off WrestleMania.
It would be a feel-good start to WrestleMania, all that yeeting in that stadium. Night 2, I feel like you kick it off with either AJ Styles and Logan Paul or Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
I think that one as well, to be honest.
Yeah?
I think so too, yeah.
We kick off with the Women's World title and with the WWE title. That's nice, and everything else can fall in amongst it. It's a nice set. So WrestleMania week looks like it's going to be a big one, not just for WWE, but for so many companies that are going to be descending upon Las Vegas. Many people making that journey to Vegas right now. We know GCW are putting on the Collective that week. We know Progress is hosting Progress Las Vegas. I have had a catch up this week with Nina Samuels, the Progress Wrestling Women's World Champion, and Paul Walter Hauser, who makes his Progress debut on that show this week as well. But TNA have some big stuff planned for that week, including a special event celebrating Chris Bay, which features a Q&A breakfast with the Hardys.
Oh, that would be really nice. That's awesome.
That'd be lovely, won't it? That's taking place at the Cox Pavilion in Las Vegas. You get to stream it live on TNA+. But TNA are also hosting Unbreakable, which sees the return of a very violent gimmick match, Andrew.
It's very violent indeed. It's the Barbed Wire Massacre, everybody. This is the first time we've seen this match as well since 2022. It's going to be Mance Warner and Sami Callihan. They are upping the ante on their feud at Unbreakable in a match where the ropes, obviously, and the ropes are made of barbed wire. You're getting them in that cool X-looking sort of shape. And then there's going to be weapons all over as well, covered in barbed wire too. Callihan has competed in 3 out of the 5 Barbed Wire Massacre matches that have taken place in the past as well.
Very violent set of bit of business for TNA. TNA. That's not where Unbreakable ends, though, is it?
Oh, no. It's also going to host a one-night tournament to crown the first ever TNA International Champion, as well as a six-man tag team match pitting Mustafa Ali and the Nemeths against Mike Santana and the Hardys.
On that international title tournament, so AJ Francis already in that three-way match. 2 more places to be filled with 2 other three-way matches to determine it. So you're holding a three-way at TNA Unbreakable 20 years on from the TNA Unbreakable three-way that changed the game.
Oh my God, do we see history repeat itself somehow?
I mean, Daniels, Joe and Styles.
Unreal. That's a match that everybody always talks about in the annals of TNA history, and a lot of wrestlers' favorite matches as well that they've seen. I feel like too, you know.
Yeah, it's an incredible match. So there's a lot to live up to with an Unbreakable three-way match, as well as the 6-man tag and the Nemeth. Also, I didn't put that on there. That's on me. Joe Hendry's teaming with Masha Slamovich to take on Frankie Kazarian and Tessa Blanchard.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Packing it out, are they, for Unbreakable? Chris Jericho, however, not unbreakable, as he lost the Ring of Honor World title to Bandido. He promised that he was going away for a while after losing that belt. Fightful Select put out a report initially to say that Jericho is expected to move on from Ring of Honor after this feud with Bandido and now has finished. The Fozzy Tour is a call-in. Wednesdays but one are free. And Fightful Select suggested that this might see Chris Jericho return to AEW on a Wednesday and or a Saturday. However, we've had a further update from another source.
Yes, The Observer. The Observer says that Jericho is planning to actually stay away from AEW and Ring of Honor completely for the foreseeable future, saying, when this tour was set up, the idea was he'd be at AEW Dynamite. However, he's feeling it's the right time for a break and there's no time frame known or that likely will be talked about until a quote-unquote surprise return.
You have to go away so people will miss you.
You have to go away so people will miss you. And also, I think it's about time Big Bill was on, gone to shine. Let him shine a little bit now,
Big Bill should take over the learning tree.
Oh.
He is a tree already.
He is a big old tree, man.
He's a big tree. So we're not expecting to see Chris Jericho on AEW or Ring of Honor TV for quite some time. If you wanted any other excuse to celebrate the weekend, you've got that. Ring of Honor itself, Fightful reporting that Bandido, the planned successor for Jericho's Ring of Honor title reign, that's been the case for quite some time. And this is despite numerous hurdles they had to clear to get there. Bandido picking up an injury just after his return, creative issues around the masks versus title stipulation. Despite that, Bandido was always going to be the guy to end Jericho's reign. And Fightful adds that the creative team have remained steadfast despite these obstacles. Bandido will now lead the Ring of Honor brand going forward. I'm delighted with that, but let's please have some more focus on the Ring of Honor brand in general.
Yeah, it's something that we always talk about, isn't it? And maybe this is the way. Maybe this is the way with Bandido at the forefront of that to go as well. It remains to be seen.
It might be the case. 6 p.m. BST. Fraser Porter on Sunday, presenting a brand spanking new documentary all about the magic and the matches of WrestleMania. If you aren't in the WrestleMania spirit yet, I guarantee you, if you join us on YouTube at 6 p.m. BST, you will be. Some great names and great faces popping up as we talk about the wonder that is WrestleMania. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out Cultaholic.com.
Wow.
It's a ghost. Kiss.
Love you, bye.